NoFap, or as some of you may call semen retention, isn't just a practice. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living that hardly anybody else ever goes on this path. NoFap, when you choose to go on this journey, it'll transform you into something greater than yourself. One thing I first noticed about NoFap, and I don't know any other way to translate this, but I'll tell you how I felt personally. I was kind of fucking cringe. I felt like people saw me as a joke. I felt like everything that I did was cringy or corny. Anything that I said, not taken seriously, ignored, blown off. But when I went on this journey, my life changed drastically. Not just as a sense of being an innocent kid again, but when it came to cars driving by, give me a second. As I was saying, when it came to the way people treated me, how I saw the world, everything changes. When you're a little kid and you're just doing this shit naturally, you become more confident. And even as a child, you're not anxious, you're not self-conscious. Everything is pretty much normal. Hold on. I might cut this part out of the video. Weird shit's going on. I think I'm being watched. When I was saying, when you're a young kid and when you're abstinent naturally before puberty, you're pure. Your light literally shines. But as an adult, as a preteen, your light gets dimmed over time because of the things that they're shoving in your face. The hub, adult content. You're not able to process things normally. And they keep brainwashing you by sticking social media, doom scrolling, all these loosh harvesting activities that are meant to keep you down. All of those things are real, man. Whether you like to believe it or not, there's a reason why. And I don't like quoting the Bible, but there's a reason why everything that they talked about in the Bible 2,000 years ago, the same stuff is amplified today, double times. All the things that they talked about, all the bad things, lust, gluttony, anger, all that shit, or wrath, all that shit is just socially accepted in today's society. People normalize touching yourself like it's some kind of good thing, like it's natural. People normalize ordering a fuck ton of food and eating 24/7. People normalize getting angry and bitter and rageful. People just don't care. And honestly, that should scare all of us. That should make all of us terrified. When you do NoFap, and when you start to notice the changes you start to place a value and an emphasis on it. Say that it's not normal. Say that, how do I explain it? So nofap is normal. We can all agree that your most normal state is when you're filled, you're not drained, when you're doing stuff correctly, when you're eating healthy, you're okay. The whole world's falling apart, man. Things have been getting increasingly worse since COVID, since 2020. And we don't know what the next 5 years will bring. We're entering trial and tribulation. We're entering one of the hardest times in history. The best I can say is prepare. Just stay safe. Start growing your own garden, start growing your own fruits. Start trying to be as independent from the system. Because they don't care about you, man. They don't give a fuck about you. To them, you're just a good little slave. And they'll let you know it too. They'll treat you like it. People that be working 3 jobs that can't even afford rent. We're slaves right now. We're slaves. There's no argument there, without a doubt. We are no different than slaves. The only difference is that it's not racial anymore. It's every single human on the planet. The more and more I look at the system, the more I realize it functions like a pyramid scheme. The whole world is basically a pyramid scheme. Look at Africa. They're digging minerals out of the ground for 5 cents a day just to hopefully be able to afford a bag of rice. Like, they can't afford nothing. It's real bad. In some countries, they're literally just maintaining us. And here in the US, we're maintaining the elite. We're the wealthiest country in the world, but they're making everything for us in third world countries. That's what I mean. We're a pyramid. The poorest at the bottom. Here we are at the medium. Even though all of you may not agree with that statement, we're not as bad here in the US as it comes out to be. The clothes I'm wearing, these whole buildings around me, electricity, all the oil that's in every single car in this parking lot. Somebody had to fucking dig that out of the ground in some third world country. But it doesn't change the fact that we are still technically slaves. We just work for like higher ups, the elites. And it's still, I just thought about this, if we're doing so bad right now, imagine those people in those little countries, in those third world countries. If the average person has to get like 3 jobs just to maintain themselves in like higher up society, more evolved society, imagine somebody in a fucking third world country. Imagine how bad it is. Imagine what's going on right now. Everywhere. You know, I'm out at night right now, and I'm about to go completely off topic. But none of my videos are ever on topic. I'm outside at night right now. It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. Everything that is happening like everything, it gets quieter at night. Nighttime is more lonely. But when you look around, during the daytime. I didn't even make any sense there for a second. But I'm out at night right now. And it's so peaceful, but so terrifying at the same time. Like I could get kidnapped right now. But there's just something so peaceful about being able to come out here, stand in the middle of a fucking field and yell into a camera about how shit the world is. I admire that. I love that. But don't be so ungrateful. Like we could be way, way worse. And things are going to start changing dramatically. Nothing will be the same soon. I'm telling you this. Go back to 2020 and then look at what 2030 is going to be. This is the new world that we live in. This is the new norm. This is new fucking normalcy. And I just want to warn y'all to just prepare. Prepare for what's coming. We are in a weird time. Socially, economically, I want to say even religiously, but I don't even think that's a word. But you get what I mean. Faith, everything's going on. Ever since COVID, I've had this weird pit in my stomach that something way bigger is coming. And I don't know if this is fear-mongering. I don't know if any of y'all can tell me down in the comments section. Tell me honestly if you've been feeling this too. Nothing has been the same since COVID. Nothing. COVID felt like the rain was sprinkling, and now in 2026, I feel like we're just waiting for the storm to hit. The actual storm. And you can feel that. And I know some of y'all can feel it too. I know I'm not the only one. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026 have been literally nothing but just some blur. Those years, they don't even feel like years. Do you remember when years used to actually mean something? Everybody's going all crazy about 2016. And yeah, 2016 was a good year. But at least it actually felt like a year. From the span of 2016 to 2020 felt longer than 2020 to 2026. 2022 to 2023, nothing practically changed at all. The world didn't move. Nothing basically happened at all. Those years, I don't even consider them separate years. They're practically the same year. Same with 2024 to 2025. And that should be a problem. You all should be worried about that. Years are blending into one. And I know there was a science for that. People were talking about how if you relive every day, time starts to get shorter and blend. Then why is everybody experiencing the same thing? Why are older people, younger people, saying exactly the same thing? I've seen older people that are twice my age that are talking about, 2016 felt way longer than 2025. And it's like, what the hell is going on? Like something weird is brewing. Something weird is always brewing. As much as we like to talk about the nothing ever happens chud, we don't know what's coming. We don't know. We're entering a weird time. I want y'all to stay safe, stay prepared, get healthy, get off the grid. If you can, get off the fucking grid. And don't ever let society shame you for that either. A lot of society will try to, I'm going to make another video and I'm going to talk about how society and loosh harvesting and all of that. But stay safe. This video was supposed to be a rant about semen retention, but this is just going to be semen retention rant. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later.